let me ask you about cities or countryside. So tell me, which one would you prefer? Would you prefer to live in city or out of it, like, countryside, suburbs? So which one would you prefer?
Hmm. Hmm. In city or
Or country?
countryside, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Uh, I love countryside, but it's a bit boring.
Yeah, of course.
So, so I think if I can choose, I
Yeah.
will live in the city.
Okay. So of course, if you could choose,
No, no, just kidding.
you just you like it.
Yeah,
But it's not your choice. You just, I like it, but no, that's not my thing. Yeah. Okay.
I just
Especially, I know what you
yes,
say. Especially, we have a word that we use when, especially at night, no one on the
yeah,
street. So you can't see anyone, and it's like really silent. And we say
silent.
it's deserted city. So when a city
Yeah,
is deserted, so let me share my screen to write it. It's a good one.
yeah.
Okay. So let me let me share my
Actually, 2 years ago.
yeah.
Now it took me 1 hour for for commute to the company.
Yeah.
So 2 years ago, actually I live near the company,
Ah,
just around. Yeah, it took me around 10 minutes,
ah,
but it was boring. So I moved to this Ho Chi Minh City.
of course. So that
so so
was,
I think I love a city life.
yeah, of course. I think you like, hustle and bustle of the city. So this one is really good. Hustle and
Awesome.
bustle of the city. That is crowd and noise, like everywhere is crowded, noisy, busy. So
Right.
I think you like hustle and
You
bustle
like
of the city.
awesome
And
bustle, I would
yeah,
say.
and you
Yeah,
don't like to live in a deserted city. Okay,
desert
and what
city.
is that? It means no one on the street at night. No
Um,
one.
yeah, the one on the street
Yeah,
at
especially
night.
so you
Ah,
see, and actually when it comes to rural life or countryside,
rural
of
life.
course, you don't
Yeah,
see and something like
yeah,
lively nights or life. It's like,
yeah.
small piece, but of course, maybe it's a bit different from what we like.
The different.
Maybe you can
Yeah,
say it's not my cup of tea. It's not. I don't like. I'm not. It's okay.
not my
It's
cup of
it's
tea. Yeah.
not me. Okay, but not me. Well, and now let's have a look at these cities and tell me, okay, if you have a chance to
Yeah.
leave in one of them, which one would you prefer? So I only noticed two about okay, this one. It looks like Japan.
Oh, it's like Japan, maybe
Yeah, of
Kyoto.
course. Yeah,
Kyoto, yeah.
architecture is definitely different. So really, if you have a chance to, I don't know, to choose a city to live, it can be anywhere, any countries. What city will you choose to live?
Hmm. Let's see. Do I like? Hmm. Okay, maybe Japan. Japan. Kyoto. Kyoto.
Ah, it's Japan.
Yeah.
And why?
Japan's why? It's very modern,
Ah,
but
modern.
it's very modern. but it's also, the building is very old. There are many old buildings.
Yeah.
So it's
So because of
historical
architecture, yeah.
building. So
Historical places, yeah.
mhm.
Architecture, historical buildings, yeah.
Architecture, yeah. Yes, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
very it make me feel it's very special. Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
Of course. So, well, okay. And now, if you want to maybe mention, if you want to name a city that you never want to live in, what city and why?
What's
Oh, you
the
never, you say no
why?
because of bad condition, maybe you don't like.
Hmm. Mm. What's the I don't like? Hmm. Hmm. What's what's mm,
Oh, maybe it's very crowded. It's, I don't know, very dirty.
the crowded,
It's in very bad
dirty?
condition.
Oh yes, maybe. Yeah.
So where?
Some city is that dirty or I cannot eat I cannot enjoy the local food. Maybe I don't like to live
Yeah,
in.
of course.
Yeah,
Of course. Well, so you can say that maybe some actually, there are some negative words that we can use to describe bad condition. So let's talk about them,
right.
and after that, we keep going. So the first one is, as I told you, desert. That is, maybe it can be negative because some
Dirt,
people, don't like, of course. And when you want to say that a city is very crowded, very crowded, you can
very
see it's
crowded.
packed. So packed means very crowded. So for example,
Pack.
this city, of course, is packed.
Oh,
That means it's very crowded. And then we have very dirty. So for example, that's very dirty and polluted. That is actually, it's like filthy, like, let me write it. Filthy means very dirty. So, of course, some, uh,
yeah.
especially some areas. And totally generally, if you want to say that somewhere a city or a place is in a very bad condition, you can say it's run down. So, run down means in a very bad
Mm,
condition. So very bad condition. For example, okay, I don't want to live in a city like, for example, I don't know,
mm,
somewhere in Japan, in Vietnam, in the US, okay? Because, for example, I think, no, it's run down and it's packed, run down, okay? It's filthy, so I don't like to live in,
no,
okay? Well, so
yeah.
and of course, that bustling, crowded, bustle, crowd, bustling, crowded again is an adjective that you can use to
Bus.
describe cities. But bustling can be positive or negative. So it's your choice. If you like
Mm,
sitting in the crowded place, living in the crowded places, or no. If you don't like, it's negative. If you like, of course, it's good. Well, the first one. the first word of the session, that is metropolis. So what is the meaning of the city? Metropolis
Metropolis.
or metropolitan, so both of them, they are maybe the largest or busiest and the most important city in a country or maybe in a
Yeah.
region. So they can be bustling, crowded. Okay. So tell me about, for example, New York. It's a metropolis. It's large, busy, and it's important. So we can say. And tell me about your country or about Japan. So can you name a metropolis?
Metropolis.
Yeah,
Tokyo.
of course it is.
Tokyo, Osaka.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tokyo, Osaka. Yeah. I
So,
think in Japan, you have two big city,
two,
Tokyo and Osaka.
of course. So
Yeah.
both of them can be
Two.
metropolis.
Yeah.
That is maybe the largest and
Metropolis. Yeah.
busiest and maybe the most important
No.
city or town, of course, city in a country,
Yeah.
or maybe a region, so you can say. Well,
Yeah.
okay. One of the challenges that most metropolises in the world are facing is pollution. Yeah, of course. So I think maybe the larger the city is, maybe the more polluted
Yeah.
it can be. So yeah, I think metropolises,
Yeah.
yeah, they're facing nowadays with pollution. It can be air pollution or noise pollution,
Pollution.
not only air. So we say air or noise or water. So pollution can be different. So it can be air,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
or
Or pollution.
noise pollution, or for
Noise
example, water
pollution. Yeah.
pollution. So all them. Okay, well, and now let's keep going with the next one, nightlife. Okay, tell me about nightlife in your city. Okay, it's like lively nights. And do you have,
Right.
so do you have,
Oh, yes. Nightlife. Yes, of course.
yeah? So, and tell me,
Nightlife.
yeah,
Yeah.
so tell me if you want to, so do you normally go out at night? For example, hit the
Hmm.
bar or I don't know, clubs or something, somewhere like this.
Yeah. There's a lot of club and
Yeah,
yeah, club
yeah. So
and bar. Bar.
bars.
Yeah.
So we can say, let's
Bar.
learn some collocation, maybe lively bars
Lively.
and fashionable clubs. So, of course, when it comes to
Fashionable club.
nightlife, yeah, we can say lively, and we can say, for example, I don't know, something like fashionable clubs. Okay. Well, it's
Fashionable clubs.
yeah,
Yeah.
fashionable clubs. Like it's all about urban living, just living in cities.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and let me
Yeah.
ask you another question. Okay, about tell me. So, do you have any no-go areas? So let me write no-go
No go.
area.
No.
It means dangerous, maybe. So no go means with the high crime. So normally people don't go. So with the high crime, for example, this area is no go area.
Yeah.
It means people normally don't go because, dangerous maybe and high rate of
Yeah.
crime. So do you have any no-go areas in, I don't know, in your city?
In Hmm, maybe no,
Oh,
no,
no,
no.
safe.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Um. Basically, I think it's safe.
yeah, very good. Very good.
Yeah. Basically, it's
It's safe. Yeah. And tell me about people's habits about public transport. So, do people normally use public transport or they would rather their own vehicles?
for public
Yeah.
transport.
So in your country, don't it is
Uh,
actually a habit that people use public transport, people normally use public transport, or no, it's like their own cars.
yes, we also have bus,
Ah,
bus, yes, bus. But basically, people use bicycle or car.
great, such a good
Yeah,
culture.
so they use private.
Yeah, but bicycle is really
No,
good.
yeah,
Oh,
no, but
no?
no, because it's not developed in public transport.
Ah, so
I think it's the from now on
yeah.
it will be developed. Yeah,
So you can say it has not
it
become
has
a
it has
habit.
not.
It's not become a habit, still no.
Ah,
So, but maybe it's
yeah,
good to be. It's good to be, but it's not become a habit.
yeah,
So people maybe don't
yeah.
tend to use public transport, right?
Yes, right,
Yeah, so you can say people
right.
don't tend to
No,
use
no,
public transport. It's like, it's not their habit, still not their
don't tend to
habit.
use public transport. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, okay. Lack of green spaces is one of the major reasons that leads to the increase of air pollution in big cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. Okay, so tell me, do you have lack of green spaces in Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi?
Hmm. Green. Yes,
Yes.
especially I think. Yeah, I don't. Yes, in Ho Chi Minh City, we don't have a lot of park, and it
Oh,
yeah, it is we lack of green spaces. Yeah.
oh. So why is so tell me, are there any special reasons for it? So because, government, oh, okay, so hasn't done anything about it, maybe just so what's the reason that, because we are talking about big cities and why, you face
You see,
uh,
uh, the price of land is very
uh,
expensive, very high. So it's
oh,
I think it's the main reason. That is the reason.
oh,
We
wow,
are in Ho Chi Minh City is a big city.
of course.
So because it's easy to get jobs, so a lot of people come to Ho Chi Minh City.
Of
So
course.
yes, the land, the price of land is really, it's very expensive, and
Of
yeah.
course. So we can say when something
If
is
so, if
very, yeah,
government,
if government,
yeah. So so if government, they don't, if they don't have policy to make park or green spaces, so no,
oh,
for
so there is no, so they don't
uh,
want to take any
mm,
action about green
no,
spaces or, yeah, so they don't want, it's like, for example, because they are maybe some facilities, kind of facilities, okay, so they don't want. And when something is very expensive, for example, houses,
where?
apartments, very
Oh,
expensive. Okay. When
yeah,
you want to say something is
yeah.
very expensive, you can say it costs an arm
Cost.
and a leg. For example, buying a house in Ho Chi Minh City costs an arm and a leg. Very expensive.
No,
Yeah. Why? Because our body
yeah.
parts are really important. So we say it costs an arm and a leg. Means very expensive.
It costs an arm and a leg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. So, well, so that's really interesting that because you can have, of course, I haven't traveled to a country, but as I heard, some news about your, maybe I got some information from your country. So because of the weather, because of actually, I think environmental condition, I think you can have many green spaces, but government doesn't do anything about it. So I think government should
Mm.
invest,
Yes, yes, right.
of course, but they don't. Well, okay, so we have four phrases, just, metropolis, nightlife, public transport, and green space. Okay, well, just let's stop and join again. After that, you will make a few sentences using these phrases, okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let me stop
Okay.
sharing and meeting, and after that, join.